Madden ratings have been a hotly contested and debated topic in sports gaming, dating back to T.J. Hushmanzadeh-gate in 2009, when the Cincinnati Bengal receiver famously decided to boycott Madden 10 over his in-game rating, which was 91. It seems pretty fair to me. But while T.J. Hushmanzadeh didn't really have a case, some players have been truly done dirty by the good people at EA Sports over the years. Today, we're going all the way back to the long ago to bring you the top 5 worst quarterbacks in EA Sports Madden history. Two things before we begin. One, this is a straight up ranking of the 5 lowest overall ratings ever given out to quarterbacks in the history of the Madden franchise. This isn't an opinion or a feeling thing. These are the worst quarterbacks in Madden history via overall. But if we miss one, or if you want to just shout out your favorite bad video game quarterbacks, feel free to comment on this video or holler at us over at the Operation Sports forums. 2. It's worth noting that every single player on our list today is in the same game, Madden 95. If you thought EA Sports were disrespectful with ratings today, they were stingy in 1994. We're Operation Sports, I'm Matt Ederer, and these are the top 5 worst QBs in Madden history. Number 5. Tie, Steve Walsh, Chicago Bears, and Stan Galbaugh, Seattle Seahawks. 31 overall. Let's start with Stan Galbaugh, the rare combo QB punter. After being waived by Dallas as a rookie QB, Galbaugh actually broke into the CFL as a punter for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Galbaugh fought his way back into the NFL as a backup QB for a number of teams, but his greatest success as a pro QB came with the London Monarchs of the World League of American Football. He finished his NFL career with a 1-11 record, 10 touchdowns, and 22 interceptions. He is absolutely horrendous and hopeless on Madden 95, with an arm like a rainbow trout. Stan Walsh was actually a pretty productive quarterback in both the pros and college, leading the Miami Hurricanes to the '87 National Championship and finishing 4th in Heisman voting in '88. Walsh put up a very respectable 8-3 as a replacement QB for the Chicago Bears in 1994, leading them to the playoffs, and a 35-18 win over the Minnesota Vikings in Round 1, before being promptly demolished in Round 2 by the Jerry Rice-led 49ers, 44-15. Number 4. Ty Detmer, Green Bay Packers. 30 overall. Detmer played his college ball for the BYU Cougars, where he put up gaudy numbers, including a then NCAA record 121 passing touchdowns and 15,031 passing yards. Wow. But despite his overwhelming stats at BYU, Detmer fell to the 9th round of the 1992 NFL Draft due to concerns over his size. Detmer's greatest success came with the Eagles in 1996, where he led Philadelphia to the playoffs, only to be thoroughly trounced and shut out by the Jerry Rice-led 49ers 14-0. Number 3. Casey Weldon, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 29 overall. The runner-up to the 1991 Heisman Trophy, Casey Weldon was a journeyman QB who played in the NFL, the World Football League, and the first iteration of the XFL. Weldon never started an NFL game, but did manage to throw 120 passes as a backup over 5 years, putting up 1 touchdown and 4 interceptions. Number 2. Shane Matthews, Chicago Bears. 28 overall. The starting QB for the Florida Gators from 1990 to 92 under Steve Spurrier, Shane Matthews did not appear in a regular season NFL game until 1996. So I guess it's understandable that EA Sports would throw this poor kid under the bus like this in 1994, although he was pretty productive in college, finishing 5th in Heisman Trophy voting as a junior in 1991. Shane Matthews put up an 11-11 record as a starter, with a very respectable 31 TDs to 24 INTs ratio. Matthews bounced around the league with the Bears, the Bills, and Washington, his highest profile moment coming in the second round of the 2001 NFL playoffs when he relieved Bears starter Jim Miller and was swiftly destroyed by the Philadelphia Eagles 33-19. Number 1. The worst QB in Madden history. Stan White, New York Giants. 27 overall. The man, the myth, the legend, and the second Stan on our list this evening, we at Operation Sports certainly stand for Stan White. White was a 4-year starter in college with Auburn, putting up numbers that are certainly numerical. Those are indeed numbers. Stan White wasn't exactly terrible in college though. He was the MVP of the 1990 Peach Bowl and of the 1994 Senior Bowl. Auburn was undefeated with Stan at the helm in 1993, going 11-0. Stan White was even named to Auburn's Team of the Decade for the 90s, and retired as the Auburn leader in passing yards. According to my extensive research, it appears that Stan White is the only QB on this list to have never thrown an NFL pass. I cannot find any evidence of Stan White throwing a pass in a regular season or playoff National Football League game. And maybe it's for the best, because it's possible that Stan White would have lowered his already record-low 27 overall rating. Again, that's 27 out of 100. But I, for one, will always wonder what could have been had Big Staniel only had the chance to show the world and EA Sports what he was made of. That's going to do it for us today, but be sure to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and keep it locked here at Operation Sports because we have some awesome stuff planned for you as we head into the holiday season with the release of the PS5, Xbox Series X and or S, and of course the real main event, the thing we're all waiting for this holiday season, Handball 21. Thanks for watching everybody, stay safe out there.